Hi everyone, welcome to my very first YouTube video. I can't believe I'm actually sitting here and filming this. I've been really excited. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, so I'm glad that I'm finally sitting down and getting this video together for you guys. My whole channel is going to be about veganism, so I'm hoping that I will inspire you, give you a lot of information, a lot of knowledge that you didn't have before, share some recipes with you, and just kind of help you along your journey no matter where you are in that journey. So maybe you've never thought about veganism. Maybe you're someone who's using soy milk instead of dairy milk. Maybe you don't know where you want to go, but you're interested. It's a hot topic. It's something you want to learn more about. So no matter where you are, this video is for you. This channel is for you. So I'm really hoping that you enjoy it and that you're intrigued, so you keep watching. This first video is going to be all about my own vegan story and kind of where I am now and how I got there. I'm definitely still learning. There's a lot that I'm reading right now. I'm listening to podcasts and reading articles and books. So I'm definitely still on this journey myself, but I thought it would really help you guys out if you got to know me and kind of see where I started and where I am now. So for me, the beginning kind of happened by accident. I didn't have TV, so I was watching a lot of Netflix at the time, and I was really into documentaries, and I came across this documentary called What the Health. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about it by now. And basically, just to give you a little background, What the Health is about the relationships between your lifestyle and diet and disease. And kind of how the pharmaceutical companies and food industries play a role in everything around us, from the food pyramid to what they're recommending us to eat, and so on and so forth. So I saw this documentary and I was like, sure, like I'll give it a try. And I watched it by myself and I was just amazed. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, what I was hearing, all the information that I was gathering just from watching this one film. I was really blown away by a lot of the information that they gave. So after watching it, I kind of went and I told my mom and my sisters and my aunt and anyone who would listen to me. I was talking to them about this film because it's amazing. Basically, they talk about how the foods that you eat cause cancer and heart disease and lung disease and brain disease, and a lot of these lifestyle diseases, because they are lifestyle diseases, they're preventable in 90 to 95% of the cases, and I had no idea. I didn't realize that what I ate had that much effect on my body. So this film was actually co-produced by Kip Anderson, and he also had a hand in making Cowspiracy, which was also on Netflix. It still is. It was just released a little bit earlier, a few years earlier. And he's the face. He's the guy that you see interviewing all these different food industry companies. So he is really an advocate for vegan eating, as well as the doctors. So there's many doctors on this film really advocating for a vegan, plant-based, whole food diet. But just to name a few that I really trust, that I go to, I'm on their websites, I'm reading their books. They're people that really have helped inspire me, are Dr. Michael Greger, and I'm actually reading his book, How Not to Die, right now, and that is just eye-opening. There is also Dr. Neal Barnard, and there's Dr. Garth Davis, and he also wrote a book called Proteinaholic, which I have not read yet, but it's on my list. And he was on the show The Doctors, so I'm not sure if you guys know that show, if you've seen that show, but it's really interesting. They got into a very heated debate, and it's something you might want to check out because it was really two different sides. And that's something that I like about What the Health, is they kind of talk about it from different sides. It's definitely promoting a plant-based diet, don't get me wrong, but they play devil's advocate every now and then. Some of the people that I follow on social media, some big names, because there's certainly more, but just off the top of my head, are Ellen Fisher, and she kind of has like a lifestyle YouTube channel and Instagram. Really look up to her. She is a homeschool mom. She lives in Hawaii. She's of course vegan, and she's really a great advocate. Speaking of advocates, James Aspey is a huge one. He travels around the world trying to spread the word of eating a whole food plant-based diet and what it could do for not only your health, but he's really an advocate for the animals, which I will get into more in another video. There's also Nikki Vegan, who I love. Every single recipe that I make from her, every single one is amazing. So I definitely recommend her if you're looking for some recipes. And then there's one more that I follow all the time. Oh, Joyful Vegan. And she's just wonderful. She really talks about being a compassionate human being and, you know, respectful of everyone and just being really cautious about how you get your word out about veganism, because we're all talking about it because we want other people to go vegan, because we all really think that if you know what we know and you saw what we saw, you would want to be vegan too. However, you have to be really gentle and you don't want to push people, because the more you push, the more ineffective you're being. And, you know, her phrase is, you know, don't get overwhelmed because you can't do everything. Do something, anything. And that really spoke to me, because it is. In the beginning, it's very overwhelming. There's so much to learn. But if you take it, you know, one step at a time, it's really not so overwhelming. You don't have to jump in and on January 1st be all vegan. You could kind of do it at your own rate. And I'll talk about the different ways to go vegan at the end of this video. But those people, you know, after this video and you're done watching me, go check out them, because they're super inspirational and give a lot of great information and recipes. All of a sudden, I'm a vegan. And I have to say I was probably more plant-based. I don't think I could say I truly understood what being a vegan meant and the lifestyle change in the very beginning. But we were eating all whole food, plant-based foods. So nothing processed. I mean, we do, and we have treats now, but we're really trying not to. So no dairy, no eggs, obviously no meat. And I was loving it. Everyone talked about this high, this energy boost, and I definitely got it and I felt it, and it was so addicting. And, you know, I had acne and that kind of subsided. A lot of people kind of know that by now, though, that dairy really can increase the acne that you have. So I was already reaping the benefits within weeks of being a vegan, really within days of just feeling elated, knowing I was doing something good for my body. So I was feeling great, and then all of a sudden I was not feeling so great. So I was eating a lot of legumes and beans and vegetables and all this fibrous food that my body just wasn't used to. And my body got mad. My body got really mad, and I was just bloated and I felt terrible and I was in pain for probably about 2 weeks. Luckily, I was really determined not to give up, so I didn't. And after about 2 weeks, you know, all those symptoms kind of subsided and I went back to feeling fabulous again. And this is why a lot of people recommend maybe not going vegan like cold turkey the way that we did, maybe easing into it a little bit. But for me, it was something that I didn't want to go backwards, so I just kind of kept, you know, plunging forward. And ultimately, it really worked out. Now, with that said, we certainly made mistakes along the way. I could tell you a few funny and some not so funny stories. There were a couple times that we thought we were eating vegan, but we weren't, because there's hidden dairy in a lot of things. So we got really good at checking labels and finding out what ingredients really meant, you know, those words that you can't read, that you don't know what they are. Looking those up. We got an app called Vervet. So when you're in the store, you actually just take your phone and it's like a barcode and you scan it, and it tells you if it's vegan or not, which is just, I think, so handy. So we have that, but I will tell you one particular story. We were at a restaurant and we were new to eating vegan out, obviously. And, you know, I told the waitress, no dairy, the whole 9 yards. And I was really confident in my order, and we were excited to be eating out and trying new things. This was like a falafel pita or something that I was eating. And so I take a bite. My food comes, I take a bite, and it's amazing. It's so, so good, and I can't believe how amazing it is. So I take another bite, and all of a sudden I'm like, what am I tasting? There's some sauce, and I don't know what it is. And I look, and it's like creamy and white, tannish, like a beige color, and my heart just stops, and I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure it's not vegan. So now I'm at the restaurant, I'm 2 bites into my meal, and I am devastated, because at this point I'm really into it for the animals when this happened, and I just wanted to cry. I wanted to cry right there at the restaurant, and my boyfriend knew that I was in such a terrible mood at that point. So I just kind of ate the french fries, and we wrapped up the rest to go, and I threw it out. Well, I ended up doing my research. I looked at the menu, I called the restaurant, and that stuff that I didn't know what it was tahini. And tahini is vegan. And they even said that tahini was the sauce in the falafel pita. I just forgot and got overwhelmed and upset, and it was so silly. But the whole point of the story is that people make mistakes, and we definitely have eaten things that were not vegan by accident. But that's just kind of a funny story, or not so funny, it's funny now, that happened to us. So long story short, if you make a mistake, it's okay, keep going, you know, not a big deal. So now I'm really comfortable eating vegan. I know what foods I like. I have a couple recipes that I could whip up pretty quick. And that's when I, you know, started looking into makeup and shampoo and conditioner and cleaning products, because it's amazing what they do or what they put into these products. And a lot of them are tested on animals. So that's something that I became aware of, you know, probably a few months into my journey. I was probably aware of it a little before that, but I wasn't ready to make the change yet. At first, I was really just focusing on my diet. And then as time went on, I started focusing on these other things. And now I have a plethora of resources that I could give you guys to help you if those are changes you're ready to make. But at first, you know, I wasn't there, and that's okay. So that's kind of where I am in my journey now, is just making sure that I'm always buying cleaning products and shampoo and conditioner and toothpaste and my razor, you know, and my winter jacket that I get this year. Everything will be vegan going forward. I will never purchase another item that is not vegan. That's where I am now. And I guess I'm so passionate about this because of the animals, because of the torture that they go through every day from the day that they're born to the day that they're slaughtered. So that's really my why. I want to stop the torture of animals. You know, they are not here for us, they're here with us. That's a phrase that you'll hear a lot in the vegan community, and I really believe in that. I really have that moral, that value that I didn't always have. My blinders were on. My blinders were on for a really long time. And when they get taken off, a lot of vegans, you know, they're the angry vegan. And I understand that, because I felt a lot of anger at first too, because there are a lot of things I didn't know. And I wish I knew earlier. I wish I went vegan earlier. That's my only regret. So my why is really the animals. That's why I'm so passionate. That's why I'm making this video, because every single person who goes vegan, who chooses not to eat animal products, you make a difference. Unlike so many other things in this world, you truly, truly make a difference just by what you purchase, by supply and demand. So the numbers are it's hard to get an exact number, but they could say that one vegan can save up to like 300 animals a year just by eating vegan. So you do have a direct impact on animals' lives just by eating vegan. So that's my why. My why is for the animals. But as I stated earlier in the video, there's 3 whys. There's your health, there's the environment, and there's the animals. So there's a lot of information on each topic. So my next 3 videos is going to be about the health, the environment, and the animals. So why you'd go vegan for those 3 reasons. So each of those reasons will have a separate video dedicated to that, so you could really talk about that. And there's no way I could cover it all in one YouTube video, but I will give you a lot of resources that you could go to and kind of find out more, kind of get the wheels turning. That's all I want to do here, is get your wheels turning. So thank you to everyone who made it to the end of the video. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions or comments, please leave your comments down below. I will definitely get back to you. So thank you so much again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.